Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex, and I'm here with the Thaiger with some updates from around the kingdom that happened over this weekend, starting with our big breaking story of the day. It seems that Thaksin Shinawatra has been granted the royal pardon that he was seeking at the end of last week. So, Thailand's former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra has been granted a royal pardon, effectively reducing his punishment to a one-year sentence. According to the announcement on Friday afternoon, King Rama X extended a royal clemency to the 74-year-old Thaksin, slashing his previous sentence of 7 years, 11 months, and 20 days down to 1 year. The royal proclamation makes a compelling case for the decision to give a royal pardon, citing Thaksin's dedication to the role of Prime Minister and his contributions to the country's administration, which were deemed beneficial. The royal pardon also highlights Thaksin's unwavering loyalty to the monarchy and his willingness to cooperate with the judicial process during his prosecution, as he returned to Thailand to face the charges. Furthermore, Thaksin is at an advanced age and has health problems that require medical treatment from specialists. Earlier today, the Thaiger revealed a royal pardon application for Thaksin had been received, as confirmed by the outgoing Deputy Prime Minister, Kun Wisanu. Acting as the Justice Minister, Wisanu announced at a news press conference at the Government House, though he refrained from disclosing whether the appeal was penned by Thaksin or his relatives. He clarified that the request was made for an individual royal pardon, not as part of the standard group pardons and sentence reductions usually accorded to specific special occasions. So, yeah, it seems like Thaksin knew what he was doing when he came back from his self-imposed exile. There had to have been some dealings going on behind the scenes to sort of ensure. I mean, if you're 74 years old, starting an 8-year prison sentence is not ideal. So getting it reduced down to 1 year is, he's still facing a punishment. Now, I'm sure a lot of Thai people might be angry at the reduction, but also maybe many of his supporters are very happy with the reduction. I will refrain from judging, but the point is 8 years down to 1 year for Thaksin Shinawatra. All right, now we have another big story for you for the next one. Last week, a very famous American TikToker who is an English teacher is facing allegations of grooming one of his 16-year-old students. Now, a prominent American language instructor and TikTok sensation has faced allegations of engaging in a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old girl from Bangkok. The girl's mother, Kun Thanarachada, aged 40, informed the police and the media that her daughter had been contacted online by a teacher referred to as Luke in reports approximately 5 months ago. According to Thanarachada, he manipulated her daughter into engaging in a sexual relationship. The accused individual is recognized as Luke Rockwell, a TikTok influencer boasting a substantial following of over 1 million users. Media outlets have displayed blurred images closely linked to Luke Rockwell, who formerly worked as an English teacher at the same school attended by the girl. On TikTok, he is known as English with Teacher Luke, where he has amassed approximately 1.3 million followers. The majority of his TikTok content revolves around English language instruction. Efforts to solicit a response from Rockwell via messages sent to his various social media accounts remain unanswered. Nonetheless, a former colleague, Mitch Metzger, disclosed that Rockwell had previously been compelled to resign owing to multiple instances of his inappropriate conduct. Now, the mother asserted that her daughter met Luke for sexual encounters on several occasions until the girl required medical attention due to related complications. She expressed concern about her daughter's well-being, including potential suicidal thoughts, and had subsequently filed a report at the Klong Tan police station. Regrettably, Thanarachada claimed that the authorities appeared indifferent, citing limited action that they could take if the sexual relationship was consensual. Nonetheless, they assured her that they would initiate a search for Rockwell. Now, it has been confirmed that he has been arrested and will face charges related to this contact. So, yeah, teachers, I've been a teacher. That is a serious position of responsibility. You are around children and you are charged with guiding them, teaching them, and that position of trust can be abused. And here's a very, very high-level, high-profile case where we see that abuse really rearing its ugly head. So hopefully justice can be served. Hopefully this girl will be okay after facing this trauma. Anyways, moving on to the next story. Now, there has been an uptick in monkeypox cases across the nation, especially amongst teenagers. So the rapid spread of monkeypox outbreak in Thailand has escalated alarmingly in a single month with 145 new cases, taking the total up to 316. The youngest patient is a 16-year-old male student with a history of multiple sexual partners. Now, Dr. Taret, director of the Department of Disease Control, reported yesterday that the majority of monkeypox patients are men who have sexual intercourse with other men. According to 271 out of the 316 cases, or about 86%. Of these, 143 are infected with HIV. The majority of the patients are Thai nationals, while 36 are foreigners, and 3 have not yet disclosed their nationality. Predominantly, 198 patients reside inside of Bangkok, followed by 22 in Chonburi, 17 in Nonthaburi, and 12 in Samut Prakan. The majority of the patients are between the age of 30 and 39, followed by those aged between 20 and 29, including many teenagers aged 15 to 24. Now, over the past 4 months, there has been a continuous monkeypox outbreak. In May, there were 22 reported cases, followed by 80 in July, and a significant increase to 145 in August. Almost all patients are Thai nationals infected within the country. Scary. Excuse me. And this does seem to be a disease that is primarily affecting the LGBTQ community, especially gay men. So if you are within that community and you are sexually active, use protection, because this is seriously, it's getting higher and higher month after month. So that's not good. We want this to go away. So practice safety when you're out there engaging in your extracurricular activities. All right. Excuse me, guys. I got something in my throat. Let's move on to the next story, which takes us to some controversial tuk-tuking down in Phuket, as one tuk-tuk driver resorted to firing weapons against another one in order to settle a conflict. Now, a rivalry between two tuk-tuk drivers escalated to violence yesterday when one of the drivers was shot in the stomach and thigh near the entrance of Bangla Road in Phuket. The incident occurred in the vicinity of Taipan nightclub, situated in the Ratu Trit 200P road, about 700 meters from the Patong police station. Shortly after midnight, Patong police were informed of the shooting. Upon arrival, the gunman was identified as 36-year-old Kun Kosit, and he had already fled the scene in a pink tuk-tuk bearing the license plate FK523. The victim, 42-year-old Kun Pongsak, was found at the scene suffering from 2 bullet wounds in his body. The tuk-tuk driver was shot one time in the right side of his abdomen and a second time in his left thigh. In an attempt to gather evidence, officers searched the area, unearthing a .380 caliber cartridge cases and a single bullet. It is believed that the 2 other bullets remained lodged in the victim's abdomen and thigh. Now, photographic evidence of the crime scene displayed a red tuk-tuk riddled with bullet holes in the windscreen and a driver's side window from the shooting. As of 1:30 p.m. yesterday, no update has been given about Prang Po's condition by the Phuket officials. Despite arriving at the scene after the shooting and briefly reporting the incident, Phuket rescue workers have not offered any details regarding the severity of the victim's injuries. The motivation behind the violent shooting conflict between the 2 drivers of tourist-oriented tuk-tuk public transport in Phuket's bustling tourist hub remains unknown. The police efforts to apprehend the suspected gunman, Kun Kosit, have not yet yielded any results. Furthermore, no report of the incident can be found on the Patong police station's Facebook page so far. Whoa, yeah, who knows, man? Heated conflicts, especially tuk-tuk drivers. These guys are basically always in competition with each other, and that's why many of them end up sort of coming together, forming little, territorial gangs. And it seems like this escalated to the highest levels, where the guy produced a weapon and started firing. Seems like he's still on the run, too. So hopefully we can bring an update for you and let you know how the injured tuk-tuk driver is doing and what the result is of this chase for the perpetrator of this crime. All right, now, finally, let's get to our last story. We got some visa news. So the Thai government has considered a new system of visa-free entry for many tourists traveling to the kingdom. So a major revamp of the visa system is presently under deliberation by the Thai government and the Tourism Authority of Thailand, or the TAT. The amendments are anticipated to augment revenue generated from vital tourism markets like India and China. The call to review the visa system originated from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They acted in response to many complaints from tourism operators lamenting the complex and costly visa process. They insist that the process discourages international visitors, especially the much sought-after tourist demographics from China and India. The ministry has suggested that the e-visa system should be made more efficient to attract bigger numbers of travelers, particularly from China, to Thailand. In a recent online meeting with Thai consular officers based in foreign countries, the ministry discussed various new tourism strategies aimed at boosting the national economy. The topics of discussion encompass the improvement of consular data and the advancement of e-visa and e-passport systems. The TAT has an ambitious plan to achieve a revenue target of 3 trillion baht from foreign tourists in the coming year. However, Thai businesses have urged the government to put into action supplementary supplementary measures and lift certain restrictions, including a revamp of the visa system for Thailand to achieve its tourism target for 2024. The expectation is that the list of visa-exempt countries will soon include more nations, like India, to further draw tourists to Thailand. More policies aimed at rejuvenating the tourism industry will likely be put into place once the new government is officially in office. Meanwhile, Thailand's government initiative to issue free visas to visitors from China is expected to boost visitor figures by 700,000 during the high season. The TAT governor, Kun Tapani, noted that the Thailand typically receives around 350,000 to 400,000 Chinese visitors monthly, totaling 2.1 million in the first 8 months of the year. Cool. Yeah, I know. As an American, I find it very helpful to be able to enter into countries, especially countries like Thailand, without having to go through that very frustrating visa application process. And now, if Thailand can expand those policies to include China and India, forget about it. We're going to get millions of visitors coming from those regions, especially when they know, like, it's always a big issue for people from India and China to get visas to where they want to travel to. Anywhere that's visa-free is going to get a massive influx of those Chinese and Indian tourist dollars. So, we'll see. We'll see if they follow through with it. But, yeah, be prepared. Because if that visa-free stuff goes through, you're going to see a lot more coming from those regions into Thailand. And that about does it for the news from around the country today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, and we'll be back again with you tomorrow for our members-only stream, and again on Friday, open to all of you for our Friday morning stream. Now, until then, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. All right. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Stop the record. We're good. All right, let me check up. How you doing, Siam Snowman? Where am I? Okay. Oh, John's Journeys, you had a horror movie marathon this weekend? You got to tell me what you watched, man. I am obsessed with horror. So anything with scary movies, I am all aboard, dude. I am a nerd for that stuff. So please share. John D. Sawadee Krap from Melbourne. G'day, mate. How you going? G'day, mate. How you going? You going all right, mate? I love doing my Australian accent. I have hopefully, I'm trying to get my Australian friend to come do the comedy tonight. He's, man, he's really good. He's been doing it for a while, and I learn a lot from him every time. What else do we got? This was all the talk last night on Soy 6. Which story are you talking about, Sam? Because it seemed like there were a lot of big stories this weekend between Thaksin, the TikToker guy, the tuk-tuk drivers shooting each other. That was pretty much wild. So we had a lot of big stories come up this weekend. So let me know, Soy or Siam Snowman. Wolf Creek. Yeah, John's Journeys. I've seen Wolf Creek. I've seen both of them. And I know they're based on a true story. That actor, the guy that plays the bad guy in that, man, what a performance. He is such a menacing, like, it's weird because he's like kind of goofy too, the way that Australians are, but then you're dead. So, yeah, Wolf Creek, great movies, man. Good ones. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Mad Aussies in the Outback, gotta love it. Please smash the like button. Thank you, Scott. Yes, everybody like, subscribe. I don't know, share, whatever you do. Clive, you're a wuss. What is Clive? I can do slasher, ghost, monster movies. These torture movies are too much for me. I'm with you. Yeah, we call it torture porn, right? Like the Saw movies. Do you know there's a new Saw movie coming out? Can you believe they're still making them? Saw X? No. Yeah. It's coming out like next month or something like that, yeah. Yeah, ew. I fell off of those movies a while ago, but I still like, I don't know. There's still some fun in that, the twists and stuff that they have. But yeah, the torture is just too much. I'm kind of with you on that, Clive. Although that one doesn't stick with me. Like the torture porn stuff doesn't really like haunt me as much as like, you know, a ghost story. Some like Hereditary or Midsummer, those movies sort of like stick with you. It's pretty rough. But yeah, Scott, I had a great weekend. Let me tell you what I did. I went and saw my friend Charles the French. If you guys look him up, he's huge on YouTube. He's got over 1 million on his channel, so I'm trying to grow, get up to his levels. But he is in a comedy duo with his friend Tada. And yeah, they put on an amazing magic show this weekend with Patrick Kuhn as well. That guy, he was on America's Got Talent. And yeah, I'm used to seeing those two do magical comedy or musical comedy. I mean, multi-hyphenates, these guys. They have so much talent. But this weekend was a pure magic show. Now, they did they injected comedy into their act. But my God, I love magic, dude. I get my mind blown every time. There was a couple of tricks where I was like, I can sort of see what's going on, but definitely outweighed by the ones where I have no idea how it worked. So, man, it was fun. Like, I used to go to Vegas all the time, so I used to go to magic shows all the time, but it's been a while. Anyways, good show. Check them out if you can. And then I went to a drag show. Magic, drag, the works. I love a good drag show. It was super fun. There was one drag lady. Oh my God. Speaking of horror movies, she did a Ring-themed drag performance. So she did like the whole like hair down and like crawling on stage, and then she crawled off stage, like, you know, you coming out of the TV. Forget about it, dude. I love drag. They do stuff like that. That's the thing about drag. It's not just like divas singing and stuff. It is that. But then there's like comedy and entertainment. They don't take themselves too seriously, which is like the fun part about it. And they're so talented. Recommend that. Bipolar Selam is where I go usually, but there's plenty. House of Heels, always fun. Yeah, Hereditary, great. Clive. Cube, I haven't seen Cube, Johns. And Arnold. Scott, I will do the Arnold for you. I think tonight I will do some Arnold impressions for the comedy. I want to do a little bit longer time, so maybe I'll do like a whole joke like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. What? Give me something to say. Somebody give me something to say in the Arnold accent. I'm happy to do it. I like doing Arnold in movies he's not supposed to be in. Like, give me some good quotes. You talking to me? You? Talking to me? I don't see anyone else around here, so you must be talking to me. That's pretty good now. What else do we got? I just can't quit you. Well, Brokeback Mountain. These are good. I'm writing my material for tonight in front of your eyes. I love it. But yeah, anyways, comedy tonight, all right? High Garden at High Garden 420. Clive's coming. Thank you, Clive. I actually got a lot of people coming tonight. I kind of feel the pressure because I've invited a ton of people. And, yeah, I'll see. I don't know. Pressure's always on. So it'll be fun. Well, all right, guys. If you don't have any other Arnold impressions for me, I kind of got to go get back to work. I got to go make my my set for the night. But I will be there from 5:30 tonight, and hopefully I will see some of you guys there. Anyways, have a wonderful Monday, all of you beautiful people, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.